have you filed your taxes yet? The deadline is a little more than a week away. Well, today we are talking to Jen Burke at the Maine Credit Union League with some tips if you haven't filed yet. Jen, I have to say, I'm a last-minute person myself, but I did get it done yesterday.
Excellent.
Yes, I'm very, very happy that it's off my plate. But for those who haven't, what are some tips? I mean, this year might be a little bit interesting for some people.
It certainly is. There's nothing ordinary about this year or about this tax season. So time is ticking, though. The IRS announced that it's not going to be extending the deadline. So your federal taxes are due July 15th, as well as your state taxes. So you've got 1 weekend left to get that done. So if you need help with your paperwork, I strongly encourage you to reach out to a tax professional. Your Q1 and Q2 taxes for 2020 are also due on July 15th. So our tax pros are certainly very busy right now, but reach out if you need help, because the bottom line is you don't want to be late. If you need an extension, that's fine, but make sure you file that extension with the IRS. If you don't, you'll be dinged with a penalty, and that's just more money out of your pocket. So take a look at what you need to do. If you simply cannot get your taxes filed by July 15th, please do the paperwork. Get the paperwork in and file an extension. That'll buy you some additional time. However, if you owe money on your taxes, that's still due July 15th, whether those taxes are filed or not. So those are things you need to keep into consideration, because you don't want to have to pay any extra fees. You want to maximize your return, because that means more money in your pocket.
So to clear everything up, because it can get confusing, that you can file for an extension, but if you owe money, you still have to pay by the 15th or on the 15th.
You do,
yeah.
But the IRS recognizes that COVID-19 has changed the environment, and some people just may not be in a position to pay the taxes that they could owe. So you can work out a payment plan with the IRS. They have short-term and long-term payment plans that are available for taxpayers. So reach out to the IRS. Do it now. Don't wait until the last minute. Find out what the best option is for you. Again, you want to maximize the money you have in your pocket. If you owe the federal government some money, work out a payment plan that is feasible for you. There will be an interest charge to it, but working out payment plans is the best way to go. The interest is normally low, and again, you have a short-term option or a long-term option to determine what works best. And in some cases, you can even potentially compromise on your tax bill. So don't hesitate to reach out. Just don't wait until the last minute. And if you are filing, it's always best to e-file. That's what the IRS recommends. If you can direct deposit your tax return, that means more money in your pocket, quicker, faster, safer. So you'll want to make sure you do what you can. And if you take away one thing from this interview, if you are getting a return, take a look at your bills. If you owe credit card debt, take the return and help pay down that debt, because chances are you'll have a high interest rate on your credit cards. So do something positive for your finances. Pay down credit card debt or tuck some money away in savings, because you just never know when you're going to need that money.
Well, we definitely learned that this year, right? I mean, you never know when a little extra could go a long way.
That's exactly it. And so, do what you can. People are in difficult financial circumstances. There's no doubt about it. But if you are getting a return, maximize it. Look at your finances and see what you can do to pay down debt and save for tomorrow.
All right, Jen Burke with the Maine Credit Union League. Thank you so much. It's funny to be having this conversation in July. It's like a time warp. Usually it's April.
I know, but again, there's nothing ordinary about this year, and nothing certainly ordinary about this tax season. So do what you can, but just keep in mind, July 15th will be here before you know it.
All right, Jen Burke, thank you so much.